Hey, um, sound check, sound check. You hear me all right? Sounds good. I'm just throwing some zombies down. Sure, a process that is familiar. So I'm starting a new community. Gonna use the draft of the new rule book. Gonna see how that goes without giving away too much because it's gonna come out someday. Uh, I hate to spoil the surprise. Oof. People may notice that I am not great at tabletop simulator. uh, I'm also not super thrilled with this dice rolling program. It keeps rolling really high, which is great for gameplay, but it kind of sucks for placing zombies. 6 times 3 is going to be 18. 4 is 12. There we go. And I think I'm going to place a couple of more. We'll call it challenge mode. Okay. So, one thing I've been noticing um, when I see people playing games and talking about their games and whatnot, I see a lot of people always maxing their combat stat, and then combat gets too easy too fast, but all their guys are starving to death. Uh, I found almost every time it's better to max one of your utility stats, intelligence or co-op, um, and then your weapon stat maybe the next one down, like I've done here and here, um, just because the combat will get easier, and the highest number you're going to hit look for without special zombies is going to be 6, whereas numbers higher than 6 in, say, rationing are going to do a lot more for your community than somebody who's going to hit on a roll of everything but one. uh, and I think this is where people are making the resource management part of the game more difficult for themselves than it has to be. Uh, but I mean, I get the instinct. You don't want to, you want to be able to hold your own in combat. But yeah, I've almost always found being able to intelligence uh, stuff like scavenge tactics. Ooh, scavenge. All right, looks like somebody doesn't have traps after all. Stuff's easy to forget. Um, Man, I like traps though. Yeah, we're fine. Um, so yeah, I found higher intelligence gets you your rerolls, gets you your better loot, and then you can have somebody else come by and be um, combat ace. Uh, the intelligence skills, honestly, they're a little bit overpowered because you don't use them in combat. But from a broad variety, like from a overview of the game, they do more uh, than than the combat skills in the long run. All right, now I need to find my. Oh, where'd it go? That's not it. See if I can find my new rule book draft here. Just a sec. Okay, here we go. This I'm not gonna won't be screen sharing uh, the new book, so keep that air of mystery. But I will be using a few of the rules from the updated Apocalypse Toolkit here. If I can ever find it. Okay, so the rules I'll be using, I'm going to be employing Horde Break, which allows zombies, when they group up, their break score gets higher. They can break through stronger walls. Always a good time. And I'll also be using permanent injuries. Rather than being killed, you can take a permanent injury. And some of those are really debilitating and some of them aren't so bad, so it's a bit more of a gamble. And then I'm also going to be using the firearms update simplified. So I'm not gonna make the guns piecemeal like you can do. I'm just gonna be using range bands and reloads. So once your gun is empty, like you have as much ammo as, like you have infinite ammo, but you have to stop and reload from your pockets. So those will be the rules I'm using. And then there's some more that will get added on as the campaign progresses with new items and base upgrades and cool stuff like that. All right. So here's my starting band. They're actually, you'll notice I'm using Infinity models. It's the other thing I use Tabletop Simulator for, is playing Infinity. So the names actually are direct references to the character, just so I remember which mini belongs to which character. Every little memory trick. So I jumped right to the greasy spoon, rather than go the "is this your first mission?" because this isn't my first mission. I don't know how many games I've played, but it's a few. And I've got a few more than the starting number of zombies. Uh, because base claim, especially tier 1 base claim, is some pretty forgiving mission setup. And then I did not, however, finish spawning incidentals here, so just one sec. Alright, one half the roll result. I rolled for strangers already, and I rolled for vehicles. I didn't get any vehicles. I probably wouldn't have put one on anyway. So one half the roll result, that was a 5, so we're going to go with 3. And for resource tokens, whoever put together this County Road Z tabletop simulator mod, fantastic. They did an absolutely fantastic job. Like I said, I'm not super great at it, but the mod works fantastic. So 7 is 21 and 10 is 30. Oh, really? So it's all the way up. 7 inches back, 9 inches back. Yeah, I have an idea that that particular resource is not going to get claimed. Back here in the kitchen. That makes sense. 12. Man. Very inconvenient locations on those. Considering the one door to the base is up here. Do I have somebody with break? I don't. I have enter. Okay. Well. Alright. Pre-deployment survivor skills. I got tactics. I will use some... We'll use D10s in here for my tactics rolls. We'll put them someplace where I can find them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then scout. Okay, so well, this resource token is not in a great place. We're going to go ahead and measure movement. Move that sucker. 3 inches doesn't quite get it out of the closet there. But we'll move it up to the door. Yeah, we'll bring this one up a little bit too. There it is. Just kind of bring it out from the wall here. Okay. I guess that means it's time to get started. I have an archer. So I'm thinking this corner is probably my best bet. Yeah. shotgun. Go all the way to the corner. Shotgun's noise 12. Ugh. Well, okay then. Not much I can do about that. If I come this way... Yeah, it's a loud gun. What are you going to do? Tell you what you're going to do. You're going to put arrows and axes in them. If you're lucky. Alright. Turn 1, action 1. I guess we're going to take the hard case here. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and say he does not have line of sight on this guy. So we'll just go for the easy one, I guess. And I got range. So the range bands on bows, I don't believe changed at all. Nope. Oh, nope, there they are. Bow. 8, 12, 18. So it's inside. So the way the range bands work, 8, 12, 18. So if it's between 8 and 12, or if it's under 8, you get +1. Between 8 and 12, you're at +0. And between 12 and 18, you're at -1. So he's not quite within the 8 inches. So I think I'm probably going to take the move action just to squeeze in there. Check my noise. 6. Going to be fine. And then I will take the shot here. So his skill of... There's a way to set cameras that I'm going to learn someday. I promise. So his archery skill of 1, +1 for the range band. I'm looking at +2 on a passive. That's going to be pretty easy. That'll do it. I'm just going to put him off because I'll need him later. Alright. Axe guy. Let's see ranges here. Let's go shotgun lady. Moves her 6. Which will wake up that guy, but nobody else. That zombie wakes up. And then she will take her second move to pop back just a little bit. She started within 6. That'll activate that Z. Make sure I got measure movement on, which I thought I did. It's not doing it. That's fine. So he's going to move his 6. So it's going to be 4 to outside. 2 more, puts him there. Axeman will move up. Activates the zombie, goes to closest. And melee weapons, unfortunately, did not change at all. Because it's pretty simple to hit somebody with a big stick. Not a lot of complex rules you can put in there unless you're doing like real sword fighting or whatever. Hitting a zombie with a stick is pretty easy sauce. Alright, that's my go. There's no aggressive zombies on the table. So we'll wake up the furthest away. Yep, definitely this guy. Wakes up. And for the sake of speed, we will place using Radiant. So basically right there. Oh, it's dice right now. Okay. Turn 2. My turns of easy stealth are coming swiftly to an end because I got them all grouped up here. Oh, and there's a stranger waiting under the pool table, apparently. The archer has enter, I believe. No, the archer has my cooperative fellow. Dex 3. Oh, shotgun has got enter. And there's a door right there. Okay. Yeah. Just peek our nose in there. Just outside of 6, which is good news for me. Put them down here in the stack. I suppose I better officially check noise, although I think I'm safe. Yeah. Now I think I might be able to get that shotgun blast off if I am very careful. Okay. So shotgun range bands are looking like 8, 12, 18, just like the bow. I am not going to get within 8 inches of that guy, because that'll put me in noise range of the whole rest of the world. So I'm just going to grab line of sight, staying out of the 12. Nope, not quite. Oh, so close. And she's got line of sight, we'll call it. Under 12, so +0. Her shotgun, I believe, is the good skill on her. Long guns, +2. So that's going to be an easy shot. No ones. Good. Okay, let's check that volume again. 12.6, just right. So he'll move, we'll call it 4 to the door. That'll be one more. He'll be just outside of 6 for this one. And second move, we're just going to come up just close enough to get his attention. So that'll wake him up. Yeah. Okay, zombie turn. Aggressive zombies, we start with closest to closest, or I always do. And we know that's within 6, so it moves up and stops. And then this guy back here is the real kicker. He's going to head for the closest. And we'll call this door back here, because there's only one door in a tier 1 base. We'll call that a window for the sake of rules purposes. So that would be 1 turn, 2 turns to break, and then from there 3 turns worth of walking to get to that guy. Well, yeah, 3 turns, Or 1, 2, 3 turns to that guy. Alright, well, when faced with a choice like that, I always choose breaking through windows for dramatic purposes. So he's going to go up to that window and hang on for a sec. And then we'll check his 3, although I'm pretty sure he doesn't got anybody. Nope. And we'll drop our freshie. Ooh. Uh-oh. That made a lot of noise, I guess. So he obviously wakes up right away. I guess if you're watching this and you're unfamiliar with the game, which I don't know how you found me if you're unfamiliar with the game, but if a fresh zombie spawns within 3 inches of a survivor or of an aggressive zombie, they become aggressive right away. So he, of course, came in super close to these guys. So he came in angry. I think I've still got a pretty good handle on this one, but we're going to find out, I guess. We'll start with melee guy for the sake of... That wasn't a very good roll. I'm going to do that again. There we go. Okay, so 4, and his skill is gotta be +2, right? He's the hero. +2. Ooh, that was a closer call than I would like to have had, but I got it. 4-inch noise on a heavy weapon. Okay, good. Good, okay. Second go. Ooh, but if he moves, he could put some people in trouble. He's going to forgo his second action. He will yield his time. So we'll activate the archer. Obviously, we're going to see if we can silently pick this dude off first. 3, that's not going to be great. So he's only at a +1. Obviously, he's got the close range, so that's another +1. But 2 and 3 is 5. That isn't going to quite do it. So we're going to go ahead and use up a reroll here. Oh! Okay, well, it is what it is. So that activates him. Closest is going to be the archer. And now he is safely out of shotgun range. I guess yeah, 1's happen. Huh. Well, that was his first action, so I guess I'm going to try to duck out of the melee. So that is a tier check. He's going to be tier 3, so 3 and 5, that's 8. That'll get the job done. And he'll move his 1 inch away from. Which then opens us up for the shotgun. And that'll do it. Got a little close there, but not too bad. And then noise values on the shotgun. I think I'm still safe. And then she'll move in. Alright, aggressive zombie. We'll turn that door or that window into a door. See if I got a token for that. Let's go with... What do you think? Quarters? Quarters are good broken doors. Alright, so that door is now a door. That'll work. Just so I don't forget. And then Zombie Break keeps its noise, which is something I often forget and a lot of people forget. And it is noise 8 for break? Watch me not remembering the rules, but I think that's going to wake up one guy because it's either 6 or 8, and that guy's at 6-2. So we'll call it good, whether it is or not. So when a zombie uses the break skill, the noise only it won't activate zombies. But it will turn zombies from passive to aggressive. Um, that way you don't end up in the infinite chain of break wakes up 5 zombies. Now you gotta deal with the horde or whatever. So, um, and I will spawn a fresh one. And that one is going to come in aggressive. All right. Off to a bang up start. That's not too bad. I've had worse. Um, let's look at some distances here. That's 11-9. We'll call it 12. He can't quite get into within 6 inches and have an action left. So he's going to wait. And we'll bring in Archer. Come in. And take that shot. So under 12 but above 8 is plus 0. 10 will do it. 10 will do it all day. Love to see it. And now I think I've got a little bit of elbow room for the shotgun. So we'll take that shot at -1. Because that's the only way I'm going to keep my noise out. So 4. Did we decide her shotgun skill was good? Long guns plus 2. That's my 6. And nothing in noise. Which brings me... Well, shotgun gets a move. I think she'll... Oh, you know what? I'm doing a thing. Oh, break is noise 8. Yep. I'm doing the thing that I always do and then caution people to remember not to do because I always forget, and that is on base claim missions, zombies hoard up in the corners on their way in to come get you. I haven't been doing that. I'll start now. So shotgun will move. She's got a good lines of sight out of the window. Archer moved and shot. Okay, Van Zant has scavenge. He's going to head 6 and 6. He's going to get up next to that token. And we're going to check his noise. And we're safe. Okay, zombie turn. Do I got any aggressives left? Did I clean house? Yeah, this guy. So he's got new priorities to think about. Yeah, he's still headed for those guys. So he will move his 6 to there. Oof. Right into line of sight. Normal zombies don't understand firearms. Good for them. And then he activates every zombie within 3, which is almost them, but not quite. And yeah, and then we'll spawn a freshie. And this time we're going to use the corner. So we're just going to use the arrow of the die. This corner is the closest corner. So there's a fresh one. And okay, that's just outside of noise. Oof, those guys. Well, she sure can't get out of range without also losing. Maybe if she heads up this way. So if she heads to here, vaulting over tables and whatnot. She's still not quite far enough away. All right. Take the shot anyway. Ooh, no. No, she's just going to move. She's got the carry skill, so she'll get up here next to that good scavenging. Well, hopefully good scavenging. Come on now. This map, obviously, I stole from somebody. Whatever. Somebody uploaded it. There's a lot of little stuff in here that is cool for flavor, but minis get hung up on it pretty good. Alright, check our movement. We're good. Archery guy. Under 12. I'll take that. There's a 10. Yeah, the escalating nature of County Road Z is something that a lot of people have talked about, where the game feels easy until things come off the rails. And that was kind of a happy accident. I didn't necessarily know if that's what I wanted to have the gameplay like when I started. But the more I played, the more it felt like it was rewarding careful play and actions, but with still that chance that horrible stuff is going to happen. And so it kind of became a design choice after it was an accident. So that's always kind of fun. All right, aggressives. We're all out of aggressives. So, farthest away is probably going to be... Yeah, it's got to be her. Stands up. And we'll spawn a fresh one. Into that same corner. Alright, well, if those guys ever wake up, we're going to have real problems. Which was kind of the point. In base claim missions, you get in there. And now this one, the Greasy Spoon, has only the 2 windows up front and no windows anywhere else. So that makes it actually really hard to defend from the corners. Kind of a pain. But, like I said, the map was somebody else made, and I'm just playing on it. And later, if I ever have to base defense, I will call the roof open terrain. Maybe I'll build a watchtower or something. Anyway. So we're back over to Hero's turn. So Van Zant gonna scavenge. Oh wait. Yeah. I like white go pieces for scavenge. So we're just gonna set them right next to it. 2, 3, 4. So scavenge, and then he'll pick up 1. And then shotgun's going to have that boring carry person turn. Grab one. Now, the way economy of actions kind of turned out, you have a lot of boring turns. But the turns go fast, so it kind of feels like, you know, 1 or 2 turns of picking stuff up is, you know, it's like 8 minutes of gameplay, depending on how fast you're going. Once you've played a few times, it absolutely goes that fast. So we'll start with aggressives. Obviously, those are the closest, and there's a window right there. So she'll move to the window. Or what do you think? Should we say she was at the window already? Yeah, let's do. Oh, come on now. So then, if she was adjacent to the wall already, we'll just go ahead and crack that break skill open and wake up a couple more zombies. And they're just far enough apart from each other so I don't gotta worry about it. That's good. So then we'll spawn a fresh one. So when I do, so 13. When I do the noise values for break in the zombie turn, I kind of consider waking them up, like when they wake up, as their action, and then no zombie can take more than one action in a single end phase. It's kind of where I live on that one. And that, there we go. Well, that corner is getting pretty crowded. It could be that dice rolling program doesn't fully randomize the physics, but what are you going to do? Tell you what I'm going to do is... Do I take the easy shot, or do I try and get line of sight for an important shot? It's too far to walk. Too far to walk, so we're going to move up to the back wall. Check my movement noise. No problem. And we're out. We're above 8, of course, but under 12, so that's a +0. 4, and it's a passive, so it's a good thing I took the easy shot. And shotgun is going to pick up the last one for action 1. And she would never be so reckless as to blast a shotgun blast right now. Yeah, that would be silly. That would be silly. And that's exhausted. Okay. And Mr. Heavy Weapons. There's another token in that corner. Move our 6. And we're going to call him in contact with that token, just for good clean fun. And we're also going to call him 0.1 inches that way. There we go. That's what I call good clean fun. Alright, we'll start with aggressive zombies, starting with the closest. Oop, don't move. Give me the ruler. So that's going to be that guy. So he's further than his move +2 from the nearest survivor. So he's going to head towards the nearest zombie. That's more than 3 inches away. So I suppose at 1 inch to the pool table, and then he burns 2 inches of movement to get up on top of it, and then over. And then this one, we'll move to the closest that's more than 3. That way you wake up the most possible. But in this case, it looks like it's just going to mean that she'll end up in between, next to the pool table. Oh, come on now. So if she ends up next to the pool table in some universe where I'm good at this, then that means that she'll really, really, really pull that horde together. Great, great, that's great. That's great. Okay, we'll spawn a fresh one. Okay, I'm not spawning in that corner again. There's a different corner. Okay, so if I clear this, then I've still got a tinker. I don't have a tinker. No tinker means no door barricades, means I gotta clear out all the aggressives within 6 inches of the building, which this building is a little too big gameplay-wise, but you play with the terrain you got, right? Alright, end conditions for claiming a new base. No zombies left on the table. Well, I'm gonna give up on that one right away. No zombies inside, no survivors outside, and all the doors have been barricaded. Nope. No zombies inside or within 6 inches of the building, and there are no survivors outside the building. Well, luckily that zombie made an extra door for us back here. So maybe we'll be able to kill some bad guys outside the... Yeah, I didn't choose this map very carefully. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and shorten that to within 3 inches. We'll go no aggressive zombies within 6 inches of the base. That's what we'll do. Yeah, that works for me. Works for me if it works for anybody watching. And nobody's yelling at me, so I'm going to go for it. This is the best part about solo and co-op games, is if everyone who's playing can agree on a rules change, then boom, the rules have changed. So it's, you can easily adapt to whatever terrain you happen to have access to and all of that stuff. So I guess we're gonna go copy that. And Van Zant, like I said, we're pretending he's adjacent and that door is thin, so we're just gonna stack. Two, 3. I got any more in there? 4. All right. There, that belongs to that. Whatever, it's fine. And then he'll pick one up anyway. I think he'll pick one up. Yep, he's got the space. And I believe the noise value, there is a noise value on Scavenge, but it's like 3 inches? Somewhere in that neighborhood. So we're gonna move up so that the archer is in the good range band, gets his +2. Or +1 rather, and then +1 for his skill. 8 would have done it without it. But I think the range bands give uh, it gives the rookies a better chance at hitting stuff if they can get closer. The real trick to the range bands in the upcoming edition, and I think they're floating around in the fan groups, um, is the +1 range band is always the same distance as the noise, uh, or somewhere in there, so that you can't. If you want to, you can still abuse that sweet spot where you're far enough away so you're not waking up his buddies, but you can still take shots. Or if you want to try and get that +1, you can uh, just go for it, get close up, and risk the noise for whoever might be around. Speaking of noise, so that'll activate the horde, but it's gonna quit being a horde if I don't miss. So let's not miss. 4, I'm pretty sure her shotgun is a +1 total. Nope, +2 total. Alright, I got it. So it's no longer a horde, but that one is still in noise range. That one isn't. So outside, there's no survivors within move +2. So they're gonna head towards the nearest zombie that's more than 3 inches away. Gotta grow the horde. So that's 2.5. So she's instead gonna go 3 to there, 3 to there. And I think we got ourselves a new horde already. Yep, sure enough. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Oh, and now it's zombie turn. So these guys, obviously no survivors within move +2. Ooh, big 10. 10 inches. Oh, 10 inches. I don't know what that was. That away. So it's basically straight that way. And then we'll spawn a fresh one. Ooh. So that's going to be 3 inches from the center, which is this dot. And it was that direction. So I think we just squeaked out of not having an aggressive spawn. Yeah. Okay then. Archery guy, I guess, is first on. Well, first on the list. We'll have Van Zant. No. I mean, he's going to. So I'll just put it there. But he's not using his actions yet. We're going to go Archer first. See if we can get rid of that passive. Okay, that's going to be the big one. We'll get rid of another one of those for the reroll. Tactics saves lives, man. I'm telling you. 5 will get the job done. Now, Van Zant picks up 1. He's full. And there's no Zeds left in the building, but there's aggressives down here. Let's see if we can play chicken with that horde. Oh, not quite close enough. So instead, he's going to go... Although I guess I don't have to, because stranger in the house means I'll be able to interact with the stranger once I meet the win condition anyway. So yeah, let's play chicken with that horde. So he's going to move in 6. Check his noise. And then do something a little cheeky. So 6 is going to be about there, which is about 3 inches of his move. So he's going to come down, go 3.5, make some noise, and then 2.5 to stand on the table. So that was his move. You trace the noise value from the whole move. Right here, he was within 6. Now they measure. They look for within their move +2. That's him. And they head for Van Zant, which means making another door. So if the first one breaks the door, then the rest of the horde goes through. And there's kind of a bench there, so we'll go 3 to the door, and then it would take 3 to get over that bench. 2 or 3. Did I spawn one into the building? Yeah, I did. I was even talking about it earlier, Topher. I was like, I do this all the time, and then I warn other people not to do it, and then I still do it. But you'll see, I was doing it for a little while if you weren't here earlier. Like, my corners were filling up. Well. Just shows to go, yeah, I guess. Nobody gets all the rules right. Nobody. Well, actually, I've seen people online get them right. I'm just bad at it. Shotgun, gonna move in. Grab another one of these. She's here. She's looking at 5 slots, so that's 4 full. And I suppose the archer used his move to kill that zombie that I spawned in the wrong place. So we'll keep it, and then we'll go for aggressive. So this horde checks for 8. We already know that's him, but we also know that they've got to go. Okay, so it'll take them 3 to get in, and then 3 move. And we're going to go ahead and pretend that whoever was holed up in this diner before I got here, put this bench in front of the window for a reason. Slows down all the zombies. I don't know that it's going to matter much, because there's 3 of them. So we'll start with Archer. Nope. This guy was here-ish. We'll just go back just a scooch. And so now I'm within my 8, but outside of 6. And we'll see if we can't shoot that guy. So inside of 8 gets me my +1, which I believe the Archer is the one where it's very important. Yep, so that gets me my +1, and then +1 from the skill. Alright. The bow is silent, man, but he just keeps getting those body shots, and it just, like... Nobody's a winner. Nobody's a winner on that. Yeah, gonna live on the edge here. And we're gonna come down here, 2.5, pop out here, another 3, and this zombie. So my noise values will get both of them. So this guy Takes him 3 to get over the table, and that's 3. So he can get... You guys think that's in contact? I think that's in contact. Alright. So I didn't move quite far enough for my plan to be perfect, but no plan survives contact with zombie teeth. And this one will weave so that she doesn't have to spend... Okay, alright, well, this was not awesome. This was not an expert move. But what are you going to do? That is actually the good question. What am I going to do? So the evade moves me an inch, and then maybe I get to take a shotgun shot. They're both within noise, although maybe she could take a step back. And they're not a horde anymore. So then, if she managed to kill one, he'd just have the other one on him at the beginning of the next turn. And he's tier 4. So he's gonna take the evade. He's gonna take his 1 inch. So then she can move 1 inch that way to get that one out of her noise range. Yeah, okay, well. This is like cheesing a boss in Dark Souls. So 9, that'll kill it. Because I was splitting the uprights there. Those guys were pretty close to each other to make one in noise range and the other out. And then she moved to get there, so I still got that one. End turn. Zombie moves up. We spawn a fresh one in a corner. I swear I know how to play. And it's going to be this corner again, so... Control C, Control V. And... beginning of the turn. I'm going to axe this guy a question. That's a 9. That'll kill him. I got no zombies inside. No survivors outside. And my adjusted rules, no aggressive zombies within 6 inches of the building. Yeah, that'll do it. Plus, we just hit time. I got to move over to the Patreon stream, and I'll be play testing my new game over there for my patrons. The new game's still pretty rough. It hasn't been publicly play tested at all, so you should be able to see me screw up even worse. And then I will do the rest of the campaign turn off stream, and when I come back in, next time I stream this campaign, I will give everybody a update as to how it ended up. Save. Alright, well, thanks for coming by, and if you're patrons, pop over to the Patreon stream, and if you're not, pop over to Patreon, drop $5, and then pop over to the Patreon stream. Actually, I think $3 tier also gets the stream, so however you feel works for you, probably get you there.